This episode of Internet Today is brought to you by Honey.
For at least a few weeks now, the NASCAR iRacing series has been one way that people and competitors have been able to enjoy some sports while pretty much the entire world is on lockdown. Professional drivers compete using setups that include racing wheels and pedals in an attempt to make it as accurate and fair as possible, while the actual footage of the race overall plays out exceptionally well on screen. And this is complete with reactions and analysis from actual racing commentators.
Yeah, fans of the sport, as well as the drivers themselves, have generally reacted positively to the whole thing, as far as we've seen. But there have been a few problems along the way.
A few bumps in the road, you might say.
Yeah, so last week it was NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace who was involved in a virtual wreck early on during the Food City Showdown. After having his car shoved into the wall by a fellow competitor, Bubba Wallace ended up just rage quitting the event entirely just after he vocalized his frustration on camera and over comm saying, "Y'all have a good one. That's it. This is why I don't take this shit serious. Peace out."
Not content with looking like a crybaby on national television, he then took to Twitter in order to mock video games in general, saying, "Bah ha ha, I'm dying at my mentions right now. I ruined so many people's day by quitting. A video game. Bah ha ha, a video game. Damn, quarantine life is rough." Now, obviously, it's not a great look to both swear on a broadcast like that and then rage quit, and then go to Twitter to mock people who are upset by it. And Bubba Wallace, he has paid the price for his actions by having his sponsor, Blue Emu, fire him publicly. They responded to his tweets with, "Good to know where you stand. Bye-bye, Bubba. We're interested in drivers, not quitters."
Damn.
Yes.
What is Blue Emo?
Not sure.
Well, bye.
Not sure. They followed that up with an animated gif of Donald Trump from The Apprentice saying, "You're fired." So this is serious. And yeah, they're both his virtual and real-life sponsor, and they're also a NASCAR partner. No idea what they do. That was as far as I wanted to look into Blue Emu.
Now they gotta patch the game to get those logos off the cars.
Yeah.
That's creating jobs, so that's good.
They'll just get rid of his car entirely.
Yeah.
Like, you're not allowed to race anymore. Sorry. Blue Emu will go, they're going to sponsor a Twitch streamer.
But like, they're paying for like maintenance and pit crew and stuff. You don't need any of that shit. None of these guys need sponsors right now. Anyway, Bubba Watson was not the last NASCAR driver to have a heated gamer moment.
Yeah.
Because this past weekend, he was completely outdone by Kyle Larson. And when we say heated gamer moment, we do mean heated gamer moment.
Yeah.
Because during this past Sunday's iRacing event, Kyle Larson pretty casually dropped the N-bomb, complete with the hard R and everything, fully cementing his transition from race car driver to hardcore edgelord gamer. Here's what happened.
During the race, Larson had apparently lost connection on his headset with his spotter. He then proceeded to do a quick mic check and then finally asked,
"I can see it. You can't hear me? Hey,
with the hard R, very casually as well. And this was all while he was, I guess, under the assumption that because his connection with his spotter was messed up, that no one else on the stream or in the race could hear him either. Now, immediately after he uttered the slur, other people in the race responded saying, "Kyle, you're talking to everyone, bud." And, "Yep, we heard that." And, "Oh, damn. He did not just say that," followed by a yikes. So.
Real bruh moment.
But to be fair, he did shut the fuck up.
Well.
Yeah, but mostly until the apology came. But he didn't try to play it off or anything like that, as far as I saw.
It did not take long for NASCAR and his sponsors to respond exactly the way you assumed they would. He was suspended indefinitely by NASCAR and iRacing, and his main sponsor, Credit One Bank, released their own statement saying, as stated earlier, Credit One Bank denounces the highly offensive language used by Kyle Larson during Sunday's iRacing event. In addition to the quick actions taken by NASCAR and Chip Ganassi Racing, Credit One Bank is terminating its sponsorship of Kyle Larson. McDonald's was also quick to terminate their sponsorship with him as well. In addition to his lost sponsorships and indefinite suspension, NASCAR is also forcing Mr. Larson to attend a sensitivity training. And his racing team, or racism team, is suspended.
Someone commented on my post last night when I posted about this, and they said, "Speed racist." Here he comes. Comes speed racist.
Fastest slurs in the West. Yeah, his racing team, they're suspending him without pay. They haven't outright dropped him, which...
Yeah, with the sensitivity training on top of that.
Makes it seem as though he won't be removed from the sport forever. But what a absolutely stupid way to just, really impact your career negatively.
Man, all these NASCAR drivers are really going to hate gaming after this is all over with.
Yeah.
Some of them like it, though.
I mean, how many of these guys are just out there saying slurs the whole time for hours?
I would assume that this happens not infrequently on comms, private comms. Now, for his part, Larson took to social media to issue a video apology saying the following. Hey. Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. I just want to say I'm sorry. Last night I made a mistake and said the word that should never, ever be said. There's no excuse for that. I wasn't raised that way. It's just an awful thing to say. I feel very sorry for my family, my friends, my partners, the NASCAR community, and especially the African American community. I understand the damage is probably unrepairable, and I own up to that. But I just want to let you all know how sorry I am, and I hope everybody is staying safe during these crazy times. Thank you.
Whew. Yeah. Yeah. There's like what? I mean, that Bubba guy, he's like one of the few, maybe the only black drivers in NASCAR right now. They, for years they've
Kyle Larson is half Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, and people were like, well, it can't be racist because he's half Japanese. What?
Oh, hold on. Wait, what?
Yeah. NASCAR. They've been trying to broaden their appeal over the last few years, and we're not just all Hicks. This isn't just for Southerners.
Yeah, but I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe
setback.
that Kyle Larson was involved in a diversity campaign for the NASCAR.
Yeah, he got brought up. He got sort of fast-tracked because they wanted, all their drivers were white, and they're like, this is a bad look.
God damn these half-Japanese drivers.
Yep. Anyway, over on the other side of the motorsports world, it appears as though the head of Red Bull's Formula One team had an idea for how to get his team back together and race ready that mirrors an idea that other sports and even some governments have already floated. Just get everyone together so they can all get infected. Get over it, and then back to fucking normal. Beep, bop, boop.
Done.
Helmut Marko, which is a fantastic name for someone involved in motorsports.
Because I pronounce it helmet.
Helmet. Yeah, my name's Helmet.
Safety first.
Like the thing on my head.
Mm-hmm.
He allegedly pitched the idea of getting the drivers together in a camp, which, quote, would be the ideal time for the infection to come. They're all strong young men in good health. That way, they would be prepared whenever the action starts.
Yeah, they're going to get a head start on these other teams by infecting all their drivers.
Right?
Now, obviously, this idea didn't go over very well with anyone else at Red Bull, and I'm sure the officials at Formula One weren't happy about it either. So shortly after hatching this plan, Marko was quoted saying, let's put it this way. It has not been well received. And yeah.
We're just spitballing, guys. Come on.
The idea was quickly abandoned by the team. So that's the end of that. Listen, I'm just spitting out ideas. I don't see anyone else coming up with ideas.
All right.
Jeez. Come on, guys. I believe they have started doing antibody tests here in Los Angeles, so we could sign up for that and then go party somewhere.
I'm almost positive I do not have the antibodies, so.
Yeah. Anyways, we do have some more news tidbits for you today, including stories about legal weed, sort of, not really, reactionary updates about Quibi, Joe Biden, and more. But first, let's take a quick second to thank today's sponsor, Honey.
Honey is the free online shopping tool that saves you money online. Honey automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them to your cart, which makes online shopping finally feel as easy as it's supposed to be. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites like Target, Best Buy, Macy's, eBay, Etsy, Walmart, whatever it may be. When you check out, this little drop box comes down, and all you got to do is click Apply Coupons. You wait a few seconds for it to scan for every promo code on the internet, and bam, watch that price drop.
Yeah. Now, we've all been cooped up recently, and I wanted to be as comfy as humanly possible. So I went looking for a ridiculously large, high-quality sweatshirt that I could just swim around in while sitting at the computer or on the couch watching TV. It's actually great. It's a double XL, and I love it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. It's like wearing a giant blanket. Now, I found one, and thanks to the coupon codes that were provided by Honey, I was able to get it at a 40% discount.
Damn.
Yeah, this is it's my new favorite hoodie, and it only cost me $20. I also grabbed my wife she doesn't watch the show, so it's fine.
Okay.
I grabbed my wife some flowers online for our upcoming anniversary, and Honey found a coupon for 20% off that. So, very good stuff. And it's not just me. Honey has found its over 18 million members, over $2 billion in savings. They also support over 30,000 stores online, and they're adding more every day. Not using Honey is literally passing up free money. It's free to use, and it installs in just 2 clicks. So get Honey for free today at joinhoney.com/itdaily. That is joinhoney.com/itdaily, or use the link in the description below. Thank you, Honey, for sponsoring this episode.
Now, let's get back into the news, starting with the fact that Virginia has gone ahead and decriminalized marijuana.
All right.
Becoming the 27th state in America to do so.
Very cool.
It should be noted, though, this is just decriminalization, not legalization.
Yeah.
Essentially, you won't go to jail for having weed on you. At most, you'll just receive a fine, like a parking ticket, but for weed.
Yeah.
And having lived in a state where it was previously decriminalized, it naturally becomes less prioritized by cops, which is a good step towards complete legalization.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a tiny little bit of positive news for our viewers over in Virginia.
Yeah, none of the representatives have worn blackface in the past couple of months, I think.
And their governor, the blackface guy, Ralph Northam, he's the
one behind this.
He's trying to make Election Day a statewide holiday.
And do mail-in voting. But we not without the Postal Service. And folks, we got to let it go.
That Ralph Northam, he's the only person to successfully dodge a cancellation.
Yeah.
Like, hero. I mean, not the blackface stuff, but
everything else is, so far so good.
Yeah.
But yes, there is a risk that the United States Postal Service might go under. And the White House said, nah, no stimulus money for you. Why don't you go fucking die somewhere?
Cool.
Real sad.
But yeah, if you already have weed, it's not like you're going to get caught with it right now anyway, because you're probably not leaving the house.
Yeah, even no matter where you are in the country.
So if you're off buying groceries or something, just leave your weed at home.
Then it's fine.
Shouldn't be driving on that shit anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Now over in gaming news that doesn't involve racial slurs, it appears as though the ESRB, aka the Entertainment Software Rating Board, aka the people who are responsible for rating games M for mature and T for teen, they have finally decided to add disclaimers on game ratings which indicate that the game has microtransactions.
So every game.
Yeah, at this point, it's probably safe to assume that 90% of games are going to feature some form of microtransactions, or as EA famously calls them, surprise mechanics.
Surprise!
They're fun.
You owe us money.
In a statement, the ESRB president, Patricia Vance, said the following about their decision to include these new disclaimers.
We've done a lot of research over the past several weeks and months, particularly among parents. What we've learned is that a large majority of parents don't know what a loot box is. Even those who claim they do don't really understand what a loot box is. So it's very important for us to not harp on loot boxes per se, to make sure that we're capturing loot boxes, but also other in-game transactions. Mm-hmm. So the disclaimer is they're going to appear below the games in the rating. They'll simply say, in-game purchases includes random items.
Yeah, so.
All right.
Did like the call out on dumbass parents, though.
Yeah.
We talk to these parents, they have no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Parents are stupid as fuck.
What do you mean my kid got my credit card information and bought a bunch of loot boxes?
Swipe, swipe.
Anyways, over in Quibi news, no, there still isn't anything worth watching on that platform. But their install rate, it has gone up as Quibi-curious mobile users sample the goods while the app remains free. It hit around 1.7 million downloads during its first week. A high number.
Cool.
Not sure how high that is compared to any other streaming service, but it's a lot of people. But that also means that if every single one of those people paid the subscription, if they hang on the whole time and all of those people become paid subscribers at the $5 tier, it will now only take Quibi 206 weeks or 17 years to make back their initial investment for 1 year.
That's way better than the, 75 years?
Yeah. Things are certainly looking up.
Everything's coming up Quibi. Mm-hmm. Jokes aside, at the very least, Quibi president Meg Whitman has already announced that, deliberately withholding the ability to watch their content on any screen that isn't your phone probably wasn't the best idea.
Who would have seen that coming?
But she blamed the decision on the coronavirus for some reason. Quote, "We had always planned to be able to cast to your TV, so we're going to see if we can accelerate that in the engineering roadmap. We'll eventually get there, but it was never a part of the launch. If we had known about COVID, maybe it would have been." She also noted that 80% of customers who start watching a show at least finish the first episode. Not sure we really read that as something to brag about, but sure, that's a win.
A win is a win, I guess.
80%, 20% of our people can't even get through 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's how I read it.
They download it, they start it.
This sucks.
Get rid of it. But regardless of whether or not you can cast the shows to your TV, the simple fact remains. Nothing on the platform is really worth watching right now. Or at least, having a separate dedicated app for.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments if you have found a diamond in the rough on Quibi, America's newest media platform.
Yeah. But speaking of COVID-19, we've already reported that the fact that Italy's mayors have been yelling at their citizens to just stay the fuck inside. They've been going out, finding people in public, and what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, but apparently some people are still just going about their business over in Italy as though nothing's happening. So at least one of those mayors has turned to tech in order to get his point across, and he is still not mincing his words. Mayor Catino De Luca has enlisted the help of drone technology to find people who are out in public and yell at them without the need to go in public himself. In one video released, you can see the drone approach two people and then hear the mayor start yelling at them saying, "Where the fuck are you going? Go home." And then the drone chases them down as he continues to verbally berate them. Here, take a look.
It'd be a great time to attach a flamethrower, like that one
It'll disinfect them.
Well, and that one Italian Mary's like, if I find out you're having a party, I'm sending my cops over with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, last up today, it is official. Bernie Sanders joined Joe Biden via live stream early on Monday to officially endorse him in the run for president, which is, I guess, overall a good thing.
Yeah.
We've already maintained the position that despite the fact that we absolutely do not like Joe Biden and think he's one of the weakest candidates who could possibly run against Trump, we're not going to be voting for Donald Trump.
No, we're not going to be voting.
Obviously.
But we're not going to be voting for Joe Biden. I'm going to vote against Donald Trump. That's the way I'm compartmentalizing it in my brain.
Well, yeah, because, if you don't vote for Biden, that's a vote for Trump. But if you don't vote for Trump, that's a vote for Biden.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and the world keeps on spinning, right?
And you've actually now voted twice, which is illegal.
Yeah,
so
go to jail.
Anyway, now that Bernie endorsed him, I guess that means if Joe loses, it's not Bernie or his supporters' fault, right?
Yeah, right?
Right?
We're in the clear.
We're not going to do that shit again, all right?
I mean, here's the thing, is everyone's been saying how low his actual support was and voting numbers were. So obviously, the low amount of people who voted for Bernie wouldn't affect the national election.
You don't need them, right? This was
Look, we got.
I'm sure Bernie Sanders, this is not a decision he made lightly. I'm sure there were conversations going back at least a week. Hopefully, I fucking pray that there were a lot of, compromises made by the Biden campaign that they will be rolling out. If Joe Biden embraces some form of Medicare for all, that will be a good enough reason for a lot of people to just bite their lip and cast
I'm
their
really
ballots.
interested to see who his VP pick is because that's going to be the puppeteer.
The K-Hive is convinced it's going to be Kamala Harris, and I'm really excited for how fucking pissed they're going to get when it's not Kamala Harris.
He's gonna choose like Pete Buttigieg and be like, I never said I was going to pick a woman. Yes, you did. Nah, I didn't say it.
Yeah, they were talking about him picking the governor of Michigan, who currently everyone hates because she banned the purchase of seeds in Michigan.
Well, seeds should be essential, but all non-essential goods apparently.
Well, the story is people were going down to Lowe's and just hanging out all day.
It's a wonderful place to hang out. Smells
so
great.
they banned the sale of almost everything.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, it's the who do you hate more vote. Anyways, at the very least, Bernie's endorsement was followed up by an announcement that they will together form 6 task forces comprised of Bernie and Biden's staff that are going to focus on policy matters.
Which is exciting because Biden doesn't really have policies.
Yeah,
so
he doesn't have policy at all.
A great opportunity to come up with some.
Yeah, at least try to move it a little more to the left because right now it's essentially Biden would be a Republican in any other country on earth.
Yeah. Obama himself said that if this was the 1980s, he would have been considered a left-wing Republican, basically.
Anyways, the groups that they're forming, they'll cover the economy, education, criminal justice, immigration, climate change, and healthcare. So that's not nothing. We're just not really excited about this presidential election cycle.
Not too invested anymore.
Especially with the fact that it could be seriously affected by the coronavirus even into November if the country just gives up and goes back to work and then another outbreak happens. Anything could happen. And it's regardless, even if it was solved tomorrow, the coronavirus will have lasting effects for a long time, especially with the fucking United States Postal Service potentially going away. What are you guys doing? But it is what it is. So
also,
whatever.
if you didn't get to vote in a primary, and you can do so safely, you should, because there's down ballot races probably that you should have a say in.
Yes, there's a lot more to vote on in November than just the president. So obviously,
and in these primaries, most of the primaries have other shit to vote for. The one ours had 8 fucking pages of shit to vote for. So it's not just about the presidency.
Check your local listing.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for today's episode. Please check out our other episodes over here. We have a brand new episode of Weekly Weird News and News Dump where we did a whole review on Quibi and Valorant and a bunch of other...
Valorant!
Yeah. So check those out, and we will see you very soon for some more episodes and probably another live stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably. We'll figure it out. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? Stay tuned.
You're not going anywhere.
Check local listings.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.